I love that students are more engaged when they're using the computer program. They have the ability to talk with their peers. They have the ability to collaborate more, and they can see one another's work, especially when it's projected on the whiteboard.
I like how we use it on computers, like the technology, and I really like how when we're finished our work, we can compare each other's work on the board.
Probably working with other people, because if someone doesn't know the answer, then the other person might know the answer.
Students have the freedom to make the problem more individualized for themselves. They can take the question and gear it towards what they know that we're working on in class to bring it back to the focus question and to make sure that their answers are thorough enough.
I really like how we can put in our own information into the tables and look at them on the graphs.
Probably like the fact that you can see where everyone is to see if you're behind or not.
Students are more engaged and collaborate more when they use Desmos. They feel like their voices are more heard, especially when they work with a partner to complete the classwork. They tend to answer questions more, participate more.
So what was the mistake that we may have made when we were graphing Alana's? So Alana's relationship, some of us had it as proportional. It looks like we may have two that are proportional here. We have a green dot there for Emma and Ed. So why do you think you may have made that one proportional and started it at the origin? What mistake do we think we may have made? Kelvin, what did you guys do? You originally had it starting at 0, and when we talked, what did you notice? So you were adding 5.5 every time, not noticing that it was just the 50 cents that was changing. And they both had Alana starting at 0, forgetting the point that she was going to get that $5 donation no matter what, which then makes that not a proportional relationship.
Students using Desmos, especially the graphing portion of it, it saves a lot of class time. It takes students a long time to graph ordered pairs and connect the points to create the linear relationships. So when they have the ability to make the table right within Desmos and then individualize that table for specific relationships, it helps them more quickly get the information to then answer the questions that are more important than the actual graphing.
I like how we can put our information into the table and then it gets put into a graph. Putting a table and a graph on regular paper doesn't really work as easily because you have to find out the different numbers to put on it. But using Desmos, the table is already there for you and you just have to plot your information in. After finishing and plotting our graph and all that stuff, we have to work with our partners to compare our answers and see which one is right and which one is wrong.
The aspect that I like most about Desmos is for students to be able to look at others' work on the whiteboard, compare their answers or their thoughts to what they're writing, and to have a good in-depth conversation and really bring it back to the focus question on the pattern of change that they see with linear relationships. They can focus on the questions as opposed to creating a coordinate grid and graphing the information. They can focus on whether the relationship is increasing or decreasing. They can focus on if it's a proportional relationship. They can analyze what makes a table, graph, and equation linear as opposed to spending 10 to 15 minutes graphing the 3 relationships and creating the tables.